So, for some reason I didn't have this camera on, so I'm going to have to splice everything together for this video. Yeah, basically I'm going to show you how to take a trim router and make it so you can do jimping and carve out other stuff. I didn't have this camera on, but I had the iPhone camera on, so I'll just have to splice back and forth the stuff, because a lot of it I did in this camera, but I don't have it on film. So I went ahead and drilled these holes, then chamfered them out. Here's the bits I used. They don't work too good for drilling all the way through, but when you need to chamfer and deburr everything, they work pretty good. So anyway, I'm gonna make the notch, but you can also do this for jimping. So I want to show you a little thing I made. Basically, when you get it, this piece and this piece come together. So you're gonna take this piece off and use it as a template to lay out your holes. Then you just drill your holes, countersink them, and attach this piece. So once you get this piece attached, you can clamp it onto the desk. If you noticed, when I told you, if you ever watched any about building a bench, I always told you to put the 2x4s on the outside and have an overhang. That way you can clamp anything to it. Yeah, you want to get it clamped down here, 2 clamps, and then this just slides up in here. Slide it on up. And it comes out like that. Now the thing with the Harbor Freight router, as you'll see as this goes on, is you got to be careful. You got to be careful of these eBay cheap sets, because they aren't actually 1/8 inch and they slip right out. As you'll see, is one almost bust me in the face. Here's the other cheap eBay set that's not, it says it's 1/8 inch but isn't. So you gotta be careful with these, they'll slip right out. But when you buy the cheap Harbor Freight, it comes with an with a 1/4 inch collet. Okay, so yeah, Harbor Freight comes with this little collet. And then you buy, if you want to, you buy an 1/8 inch adapter. Here's the 1/8 inch adapter collet, which slides right in here, and you just put it all together. But you see, these don't fit because they're too small. See, they slide right in no matter how tight it is. And the last part to all this is a triac. You plug the triac in, and it makes the trim router variable speed. That way you can turn it up and turn it down, have it on full or variable. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to splice this all in. So, back to the iPhone. Now, what this is good for, Okay, so the reason I didn't drill it is the holes were too small, and they were like this small, if you remember. And see how close it is here? I brought it this way. If I would have drilled it this big, it would have came out and busted out the corners. So I had to use the trim router to bring it all this way in a circle. Then I used the cones again to chamfer it, but you'll see that later. Yeah, you know, drilling it from the center, it's like this. If I would have made this big, it would bust out the corner and it would mess this whole thing up. So the only way to do it is use the trim router and make it bigger, bring it down. Now for jimping, might want to just turn it on full. So yeah, for the 1/4 inch, you want to just take this collet out. Put back in the regular one. I'm just going to use this regular carbide. I'm just going to use this regular carbide bit. It's 3/8 or 3/16. All right, let's turn this bad boy on. Here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try this little cone one. See how that works. I'll just have to flip it back and forth, I guess. Well, I haven't been recording, so I got it on my iPhone, but so what I'm doing, the difference that I was trying to show you. So this is the difference of the end mills. This is an end mill with the burly thing. These are the carbide burrs, but they're not 1/8 of an inch. I can't believe I didn't hit record on this one again. Man, I am slacking. So what we're doing now, I guess I'll cut it up and you'll see it by here, but yeah, so here's the little triangle one, so I'm going to use this one. Can't wait to see how I edit this one out. I'm glad I checked. I could have swore I turned that camera on first. Alright, here we go. Well, these aren't 1/8 inch either. Guess I'll have to leave that one in, huh? Alright, well, do not buy eBay carbide bits. They don't fit. They're not 1/8 of an inch. Alright. So, hopefully this will help. It's only, I have one left. Before I got my 3/16 collets, I used to use 1/4 inch to 3/16 inch burr. So hopefully this one will work. Now if you dang it down, pull on it to make sure it doesn't fly out on your face. Good thing I have my glasses on, huh? Alright, is that gonna work? Okay, I'm gonna put it in the middle and then start it. Oh, I got one more, huh? Yeah, this one. All right. And Harbor Freight sucks. It must have come loose. Yeah, it did. Alright. So, what did we learn? Cheap tools work, but they suck. Check the tightening. Yeah. Now these cardboards, I mean these bits did not fit. They slid right out no matter how tight. And I know it's not that it's the 1/8 inch collet, because this is an 1/8 inch end mill and it fit tight. So let me finish this last one up and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Alright, well that wasn't meant to be. There goes my last one that's not busted. Alright, well, looks like I'm just having a bad night. Alright, so at the end of the last one, this didn't work. I opened this up, and this lead was off. So anytime something breaks down, see, it just came off again. So check your tools when they stop working. It could be just an easy connection like that. And I guess they made this pretty bad because as it shakes this bolt loose. Yeah. Now that one came off. Yeah, just to get this off, it's just 3 screws. I thought there might be a fuse blown, and I even changed that it comes in brushes. I thought the brush might have worn out, but nope, it's just 3 little screws and a bad connection.
Excuse me.
Always good to know how to fix your own tools. And drop them on the floor.
Excuse me.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, there we go, we got it working. So if something breaks, just check the connection. Alright. Here's the cone. I think I'm gonna see if I can get this straight. Just using the cone and then chamfer. This is what I was doing yesterday, just putting it in between here, holding on tight. Well, that one went a little bit too big, but I guess this one will be mine. Yeah, that one turned out much better. More even. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'll keep this one. It's kind of too big. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll actually have a... I know what will resolve this. Now that I got around it. See, that's one thing as a knife maker or metal worker. If you make mistakes, you got to figure out ways to fix them. Or at least try. Alright, maybe this will work. Alright, much better. Yeah. All right. So, they don't look too bad. In fact, they look better. Yeah. Okay, that all worked out pretty good. And once I surface grind these, because you know, after heat treat and all, they're all gonna have to be straightened and surface ground. They'll come out looking pretty good. So let me get the bevels, and I'll meet you over at the grinder. Let me get the Dicom put on, and I'll meet you at the grinder. All right. So I made these centers real thick. Since I'm water quenching them, I'm just gonna break the 90s. This is like a worn 60. I'm gonna break the 90s on 3 of them, all 3 of them, because one of them I'm gonna make a hollow grind, and the other 2 I guess flat. All right, and let's get this done. Alright, now I've probably said this before, but you know, when I'm putting it in the 90s, as long as I know that line is straight, if you notice I was just kind of grinding it and tearing it up, I'm not really worried about how they look because they're going to be taken out. As long as this line in the middle is straight, that's all that matters. How you get down to that line and what comes over here, you know, unless you're some crazy maniac and come over this line, it's not gonna matter because you gotta take all this stuff off anyway. So yeah, just make sure these lines are perfectly straight. And you know, the other thing about leaving a thick center line, you can always redo the center line to come in a little bit. You know, you see me do that before. I think I did on that cleaver. I messed up a little bit, went over, and had to remake the line. This is before heat treat, so you know, nothing's critical at this point. Alright, let me put another belt on and we'll get to getting these bevels done. I think I'm going to do 1 hollow and 2 flats. I'm going to make a swooping plunge on one and maybe just like a straight line on the other. We'll see as I get them done. Brand new 36. Let's get these rocking. Now remember, before heat treat, I only grind up before the notch. That's why I put the notch in first. And then I'll come back and swoop it in, or, you know, I'll just bring the plunge right to there and go. All right, let's get this done. Now I know I've said this before, but if you see, that's why I put the lines in. Then if you kind of put pressure down here, you can see the line, and as you're coming down, it just automatically comes to that line, and then that brings the bevel up. So you want to put more pressure down, you know, and that'll bring it right into that. You know, if you want a shallow one, then you keep it tilted. The more you tilt it back, the higher this line will go. It sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't know that. I mean, you can do it how, you know, do it the best way you think is possible. But I found, you know, some people put their 90s in and then they'll bring it down like that. I like to put my 90s in and kind of start in the back and come up. You know, that just brings it all even. But, you know, try different ways. All right. Yeah, see, you can see here, that's where the 90s were broken. So you want to kind of split the difference between going up and coming down. You don't want to hit over that line. But as you watch that disappear, you know you're coming towards your 90s. And when you're doing finish work, you definitely don't want that. That's the smiley face, the infamous smiley face. Alright, if you look, you can see I went over the line just a hair right there. The line's still there, but it's just over. And on this side, it's a little bit more. But, let me clean that up. Alrighty, let me put the wheel on, get that one hollow, then we'll do the flats, and then we're done for the night. Or should I say morning, it's 3 a.m. One thing great about having your own shop, you can, as long as your roommates or people that live with you don't mind, you can basically go anytime you want. Can't sleep, work. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use a 6-inch wheel. That's another reason it's good to make them thick. To get used to how you're doing, because I gotta admit, that first grind was a little too much. Oh, yeah, that thing slowed down a lot better. Took me a second to get my groove, but I got it. Let's just hope we can do the same thing on this side. Alright, now you can see I went a little too high here, so I'm going to try to bring it up here and try to kind of stay away from here until I get everything else brought up, and then we'll kind of bring that little bit up. You can see the how it's a different plane right there. Alright. Alright, let me get the 80 belt. Alright, I'm going to do the wheel and then we'll do all the flats. Alright. Alright, here we go. Well, I just picked up the hollow grind and tried the flat grind. Look at that. Dumb mistake, but that's alright. That's why we leave them thick. Here we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I can't believe that. I picked up the hollow ground one. Which one is it? This one. I picked up the hollow ground and started flat grinding. You can see where the hollow still is right there. I'm not going to mess with it until after heat treat. I mean, this side's still hollow ground and I know what it is and it's got to go thinner. If I sit there and mess with it, you know, it's just going to make it worse. It's not bad right now. You know, it's got to go a lot thinner, so good thing I caught it before I made it any worse. But all right, I'm gonna paint these up tomorrow, let them dry, and then it'll be heat treat. So thanks for watching. Please comment, tell me how much of an idiot I am for flat grinding a hollow, and like, subscribe, and as always, take it easy. And oh, another thing, don't grind at 3:20 in the morning. You start getting tired. Alrighty, take it easy.